Hey everyone, hope you're having a great afternoon. Mike Susko here. I just want to give you guys a quick update on what we got going on because we have a lot of storms coming through the area this afternoon, and some of which are even producing a severe thunderstorm. So here's a look at the radar and satellite right now. First off, if you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Let me make sure that we can actually hear this. And you notice that it's a different background. We're actually debuting our new digital studio here. So hopefully everything's working. You guys aren't getting any lag and you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can. Aaron is giving me a thumbs up, so I'm going to assume that means that you guys can hear me. That is awesome. So if you have any questions, let me know. Troy, I see yours about hail. We will get to that as well here in a second. So here's a look at what we got going with the radar and satellite. You can see those storms developing across the entire region, and we got the storms here in northeast Pennsylvania. So I'll stop the radar here. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 severe thunderstorm warnings just in this alone. So we got a lot of warnings going on right now. So let's start off here. We'll go north to south and then also to the west. So in northern Wayne County and Susquehanna County, which is extreme northeast Susquehanna County, you can see there is the potential for large hail as well as gusty winds, and that is going to be moving out here. It's going into the Hancock area north of Preston and also starting to move into New York. So that one is on its way out. We have another one, though, a pretty nice storm here near Dyberry and Honesdale there. You can see that storm. At least there's 2 cells, one that's just outside Honesdale to the west and one to your north and east. That one, the northeast one, is a little stronger. And yes, we are seeing these strong winds. And there is a little bit of hail here as well, Troy. So you are going to see a little bit of hail. Haven't seen too many hail reports, though, at least severe hail, which is good news. But you need quarter-size hail for that. There's also at least a non-severe storm at the moment there just outside Lake. It looks like that's trying to form there, but we'll see if that one ends up getting it near South Cannon. And that is also in Wayne County. But here's another severe thunderstorm, this time in Lackawanna in Wayne County. This is not including, or actually just outside of Scranton, it looks like Madison, Springbrook area, 380, the highway right there. With that storm, but it looks like that cell is mainly just off to the Madison area. They're just off the highway. So just a heads up if you're heading out there. So there's at least 3 of them so far. And now we have 2 in Luzerne County. One of them includes Wyoming County at the moment. That goes to 415. And that one, the northern one here, you can see is for nickel-size hail. So actually not a hail threat with this one. You might get nickel-size hail, but it looks like the wind speeds here are going to be the main concern. 60-mile-per-hour winds are what they usually go for with that threshold for a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see, we've got Aaron, we got Linda, Troy. Hi, guys. Hope you're all doing well today, and everyone else as well. Here's a look at that other severe thunderstorm to the south. That one includes the Hazleton area. So Wilkes-Barre, you're actually not in a severe thunderstorm warning. You're just outside of one. But it doesn't mean you're not going to get anything. It just means at the moment you're not getting anything. Hazleton, though, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning. That is for quarter-size hail as well as 60-mile-per-hour winds. That goes till 4 o'clock here. So you can see the warnings kind of all over the place. Just really depends on your location. All right, let's go down to Schuylkill County, Shenandoah, Pottsville area. We've got another one, same thing, 60-mile-per-hour winds, a quarter-size hail. You're going to 415. You can see that heavy rain coming through the Shenandoah and Pottsville area right now. Tremont area looks like getting some of that rain. Tamaqua, kind of getting a little bit of a break here at the moment, but it looks like from basically the Luzerne County line there on 81 going all the way down, and as you're going towards Shenandoah, there might be near Frackville, actually. Let's see if I can get the pop up here. Is that near the Frackville exit? Yeah, actually it's right over there. Okay, so from there to about Frackville, you're going to be seeing the heavy rain increase. And then from Frackville all the way basically towards the end of Schuylkill County, all the way down to Tremont, which is, I believe, exit 93. I take 81 all the time. I think it's 93. So from about 30 miles there on 81, you're dealing with the heavy rain, but it is starting to move out of that area and into the Pottsville, East Brunswick. Looks like Wayne there as well. So that one, another severe thunderstorm warning. And then extreme western parts of Schuylkill County under a severe thunderstorm warning. That's also including Dauphin and York County. That goes to 415, although it looks like the heaviest rain with that one for you in Porter is going to stay to the south maybe head towards Lebanon there and Reading. So that one's staying there. We also have non-severe storms heading towards Bloomsburg and the Berwick area, as well as Danville. It looks like in some heavy rain. Anthony there, Riverside, getting some of that rain coming through. Greenwood, you guys are not under a severe thunderstorm warning, but you're still getting that heavy rain as it comes on through. And then here, I think this is the last one so far, at least, in Lycoming County. So Pluckett's Creek, Wolf, Williamsport, Cogan House, you are under severe thunderstorm warning here. Actually, this is going to expire in about a minute. So we'll see if they extend that, but it looks like at least on radar, the rain is getting lighter. So hopefully that means that we're going to be getting, we'll let that one expire. But you get the idea, guys. There's a lot of polygons here. They just had those 2 expire. So now we're down to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're down to 6 across the area. So we're on an improving trend, which is good news. But yeah, like I said, let me know if you guys have any questions here as we continue to track these storms coming through right now. Scranton and Wilkes-Barre not seeing the rain, but you can see Back Mountain. You're definitely getting that heavy rain as it comes on through at the moment. And let's see, it looks like maybe just outside Dallas here. So as you're heading up towards Ricketts Glen, which, by the way, is a really nice park if you guys have never been there. Ricketts Glen is really nice. Was to have a chance to go there this past weekend. So if you never had a chance to go there, make sure you check it out. But Back Mountain getting that heavy rain, looks like it's moving towards the Ransom, Pittston, Wilkes-Barre area. Although Wilkes-Barre, you'll just get some light rain out of that specific cell, and then we'll see if anything else further develops here. But you get the idea. They're very scattered, so it depends on where you are. Some of you are outside right now. It's sunshine, like, whatever. Others, you're getting a downpour. So just, again, it depends on your location with these. But we definitely are seeing that heavy rain moving through the area. Okay, let's take a look here at the temperatures real quick. So here's a look at what we got in terms of the temperatures. You can kind of make out a little bit where these storms have been. So Sealands Grove, Lewisburg got the rain, and so did Lock Haven, so they're cooler. 68 actually in Williamsport, but in LaPorte and Sullivan County, where they haven't had any of the rain, or at least not as much, they're at 83. Stillwater's at 90, and Wilkes-Barre, Scranton Airport at 84. So we're kind of all over the place here with the temperatures, and that's typical when you get these storms. Cheryl is saying that they had heavy rain, loud thunder, and they lost power there in Lehman. So Cheryl, sorry you guys lost the power there. Cheryl works with us here at Fox 56, and I didn't realize you're actually working from home today. So hopefully that power will come back for you soon, though, Cheryl. But so that's the temperatures, and let's take a look here. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of things coming across the screen at one time. So let's move on to the futurecast. So futurecast here, kind of just an idea of what's going on. Not verbatim, but it gives you an idea here, at least with the timing, what we can expect. So more storms do continue through the evening. So just because you have the rain down and it clears out does not mean you're done. You still can expect some showers and storms as we go through the next several hours here. Some of these, again, producing those damaging winds and even a little bit of large hail. And that will continue until about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then things start to wind down here. So basically, once we lose the sun, we lose the storms with this system. But that's not it. We have another round tomorrow. We're dry in the morning once again, but look what happens tomorrow afternoon. We get that green start popping up here. It's very light, and then all of a sudden, boom, they start to explode again. So tomorrow, probably around the same time, maybe even a little later, we will be seeing those storms. And I'm going to show you 6:30, 7 o'clock. We are dealing with some rain tomorrow night. So for those of you who are going to any Friday night football games, just a heads up, you will be dealing with potentially some rain, especially in eastern Pennsylvania. So maybe have a plan or a backup, or at least bring the ponchos with you, because I'm assuming they're going to play if it's raining. If it's thunder and lightning, that's a different story. But if it's just rain, they'll play. And then you can see those storms continuing into the overnight hours. They kind of back off Saturday morning, and then they come back Saturday afternoon here, and we'll be seeing some more storms. So we're going to be seeing this pattern here for the next few days, unfortunately. So if you were hoping for a long stretch of dry weather, it doesn't look like that's going to be happening here. So for at least this evening, you're going to continue with the scattered showers and thunderstorms around here. Notice temperatures going to back off into the 70s once we get that rain over the sensor in Wilkes-Barre and Scranton. But that is what we're expecting at least here at the moment. So I want to show you this. This is the severe weather risk for today. So this is what we got right now. It's a slight risk, meaning scattered storms are expected. That's what we're seeing. So this is verifying here. Sandy is saying, let's see real quick. It's thundering and the wind is really picking up here at mountaintop. So she's also starting to see, it looks like some of that storms in that area. But Cheryl is saying, at least for her in Lehman, it looks like it's starting to lighten up on both the rain and brighter skies to come. And that's exactly what happens with these storms. They rain for maybe 15, 20 minutes and then maybe a half hour and then boop, it's gone. So that's what you're going to see seeing here. All right, Troy, you asked about the large hail. Well, here's the hail reports we got so far. You can see them right there in Hazleton. So we'll zoom in. Also notice a lot of tree reports. It looks like a lot of wind damage reports coming in too. So Hazleton looks like got some hail reports. Let's check those out for you. So they got a half-inch report there of hail, half-inch diameter, coming in at West Hazleton, and then about a quarter-size hail there in Hazleton itself. So we are seeing the quarter-size hail verifying, at least in Hazleton, with some of these storms coming through. So it might be very loud if you have the metal roofs. You might be hearing that come through. Let's check out that wind report there in Wayne County. Let's see what we got going on here. Power lines down there in Treslarville. I believe that's how you say that. It's just outside or just off of 84 there in southern Wayne County near Lake. So for anyone in that area, it looks like you're seeing some trees down and power lines down. And that's going to happen with some of these storms as they come on through. All right, we got another wind damage report here. Let's check that one out. Looks like it's just outside Danville. Spot reports a large amount of trees, debris across State Road 54. So, and Mayberry. So Mayberry in that area too, you're still seeing some of the wind damage as these storms come on through here, looks like. And then Lycoming County. Seems like Lycoming County likes to get a lot of wind damage reports. Just something I tend to notice. They'd like to get a lot of wind damage reports here. Trees and wires down on Route 44 there near Waterville and Watson. And Williamsport, it's, let's see, near Garden View, trees and wires down. So we're seeing that in Lycoming County as these storms come on through for you too. So the idea here, guys, is that you are seeing some of the spotty damage reports coming in. So take these, seriously, just pay attention, be careful with them. Cheryl saying that it looks like things are the wind dying down for her there in Lehman as well. All right, I do want to mention the fact that we have a low risk for an isolated flash flood or two here across the region too. The heavy rain could lead to that across the region for today too. So here's the overall severe weather risk. You can see large hail, quarter-size hail, and high winds are the main concerns. Localized flooding, tornadoes, not going to happen with this one. It's just not in the cards for us this time. So if you're worried about a tornado, don't be. But wind damage, yeah, we could see some wind damage today. We could also see it tomorrow. Here is the severe weather risk for tomorrow. And you can see we have that slight risk once again. This time, though, mainly a little bit east. So Williamsport, Towanda, Lock Haven, not quite in that yet. They might shift it. We'll see. Probably update this at least 2 more times as they go into the day 1. So, but you can see that it's mainly eastern Pennsylvania with tomorrow's threat. But threat is pretty much the same as today. You've got the damaging winds. That's what the bulk of it is. And then we also see there is a potential for quarter-size hail. Hail risk, guys, by the way, when you look at the damage threat levels on these, it's for 60-mile-per-hour winds or greater, and large hail is quarter-size or larger. So you might get pea-size hail, but they're not going to issue an outlook for that because that's not severe. And we also have the chance for maybe an isolated flash flood or two. So heavy rain, wind, hail on the table for tomorrow as well. But the good news is, I guess if there is any good news, is that we are going to see things cool off, right? Because here's the look at the highs for the next 5 days. You see temperatures really start to drop off here as we go into the weekend, and then they kind of bottom out there in the 70s as we go into next week. So we are seeing relief in sight from this heat and humidity, which is good news. All right, let's regroup. For anyone who may just jump on or is maybe clicking through just on the stream itself, let's just see what we are right now in terms of things, because we are seeing, again, like I said, a lot of warnings happening. Some of them are expiring, some are getting issued. And so let's kind of regroup here what we got going on with this loading up with the radar and the satellites. Spotty showers and storms continuing to develop across the region. You can see all that green and the red and yellows popping up across the area, even those storm reports as well. And northeast Pennsylvania, this is what you got going on. So we're seeing some of those showers right now. It looks like, we'll stop the loop here. Got some rain there outside of Towanda, but it's not severe, but you can see that there's lightning involved. Another cell off to the northwest part of Bradford County trying to develop. Honesdale does have a severe thunderstorm warning, and so does Back Mountain and also Hazleton. So there are 2 severe thunderstorm warnings, it looks like, in Luzerne County, 1 in Wayne County at the moment. Let's see if I can get the system to pick up on this real quick. So for the one in Back Mountain, that goes till 4:15. So you got 20 minutes with this one. Again, your threat is going to be that 60-mile-per-hour winds. The one that's just south of Wilkes-Barre, including the mountaintop area, quarter-size hail, that's the 1 inch, and then you got 60-mile-per-hour winds. That goes till 4 o'clock. So you got 5 minutes left with this one. We'll see if they end up reissuing it there, but we are seeing that heavy rain again, basically from just south of Wilkes-Barre all along down 81 through the rest of Luzerne County and into Schuylkill County, Berwick, all the way through west there on I-80. So I-80, you're going to be dealing with the rain. If you're south of Wilkes-Barre on 81, you're going to be dealing with the rain and storms, at least for right now. And then let's head up to Honesdale. We got that severe thunderstorm warning until 4:15. Again, 60-mile-per-hour winds, 1 inch hail expected. So let's actually check out the hail. Let's see if we get anything to pop up here. It might take a second to load. But let's see if we can pick anything up. Okay, so here's a look at the hail tracks. So this is what the models or what the computer is saying. Okay, here are the hail tracks coming in, and let's check out and see what we can get in terms of maybe some ideas here. So half-inch hail, it looks like they're just outside Honesdale, and then Abramsville, probably close to pea-size hail if I had to guess, based on the color. Yeah, about pea-size hail for you as that's coming on through right now. So we are seeing a little bit of hail there in Wayne County, but luckily it doesn't look like it's too crazy at the moment. All right, we also got a little bit of hail there in Lackawanna County, just near 380 outside of Tobyhanna, half-inch hail, about the size of a dime. And also there in Back Mountain, you can see we're seeing a little bit of hail. Again, probably close to the size of a dime, maybe a little more for you. But look at that, Millville, outside of your area, quarter-inch hail. Or, I'm sorry, not quarter-inch, quarter-size hail, 1 inch hail. For you, that's where that blue is starting to show up. So we are seeing hail continuing across the area. Hazleton, we saw the report for you. You can see that hail starting to move up. That's what this is showing. If I loop it, you can see the trajectory. So looks like getting some hail coming right up 81 towards Wilkes-Barre. We'll see if it actually makes it. Maybe just passing to the west there in Dallas, but don't be surprised if you're west of Wilkes-Barre if you're seeing some hail here as that storm continues to move through. You can just see how all this is moving from south to north as it comes on through right now. Looks like Cole even got a little bit of large hail with this too. Let's see where that comes up to. A little bit over an inch, so almost getting close to ping pong size in there. An inch here. I'm sorry, that wasn't ping pong and Cole. That was $half. So we got the hail, we got the wind as these storms come on through. Here's a look at the radar for central Pennsylvania. You can see the heaviest of the rain, though, it's starting to move out. Starting to move now into, looks like, Columbia County for the most part, and also west or eastern parts of Lycoming County, maybe even starting to move into Sullivan County. So this is where the heaviest of the rain is over Anthony, Greenwood. They just issued that severe thunderstorm warning. You just saw it pop up. That goes until 4:45 for Columbia, Lycoming, and Sullivan. So report, you're now under the severe thunderstorm warning here too. That goes again until let's get rid of that. That goes until 4:45 with these storms as they continue moving on through the area. Bloomsburg getting that heavy rain coming through. Berwick, you're about to get another round, it looks like, just off to your west. Shenandoah getting the heavy rain there in Schuylkill County and Pottsville as well, just especially to the north. 81 from Luzerne County line and the Schuylkill County line all the way down, really getting some heavy rain. So if you know anyone who is driving there at the moment, just know they're encountering some very heavy rain right now. And if you are about to drive in this, be very careful because obviously with this rain, visibility is very, very low with it. So as this comes on through here, and by the way, Carbon County, you're kind of, Carbon and Pike County are kind of like, we're getting nothing. The same thing in Monroe. Your guys are kind of escaping it, at least for now. You'll get it later. Don't worry. It's coming your way. Same thing in Lackawanna County. It's coming. Just got to give it some time. But as these storms come on through, like I said, looks like they just let that one expire for the Hazleton area. All right. Why don't let's do this. All right. This is going to take a little bit, but we're going to do it. We're going to track them. All right. Let's get the speed on this. So this is moving north at 15 miles per hour. There we go. All right, so this storm moving to the north at 15 miles per hour. Just get that one up a little bit. Here. All right, so there's the storm that's in Wayne County. You guys can expect the timing there. I'll take myself off so you can read it. Fremont around 4:16. Stalker as you start getting into the New York State around 4:12, and then eventually goes into New York. So that's the storm there in Wayne County is moving out of the area. Damascus, you're about to see things start to clear up for you very quickly in that area. All right, clear that out. Let's move to the next one. Back Mountain area. All right, so let's zoom out, make sure we get the right trajectory with this as it goes on through. So I'm going to make sure it's going north. Yep, it is. All right. They just issued a severe thunderstorm warning. That does include the Wilkes-Barre area as well as Pittston area. That's for the storm that was over Hazleton. So they're continuing the severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like for that one. We'll get to that in a second. But here's the look at the one that's in Back Mountain and starting to head out of that area right now. It's at 25 miles per hour. Okay. A little too close. Do this. Try again. That way you guys actually get some use out of it. There we go. All right, so that's for the storm that's exiting the Back Mountain area right now. So Marcy around 424, Lemon around 431. Again, you want to give yourself a Hope and Heights around 407, so about 5 minutes for you. That's where the heaviest of the rain is coming in right now. So that is for the storm that's in the Back Mountain area. That's also the severe thunderstorm warning that includes Wyoming County. All right, let's get to that new one. Now, so we got the severe thunderstorm warning here now, including the Wilkes-Barre area until 4:45. That is the storm, again, that was in parts of Hazleton. Wilkes-Barre, especially just outside Wilkes-Barre, going to get the rain. Actually, let's see if we can get the camera here to pop up. We probably can see it coming through, or at least developing here right now as it begins to load. So, so we're just still watching these storms coming on through. Yep, you can see that the heavy rain there off in the distance. So maybe we can get a lightning bolt to pop up. But the dark clouds starting to move into the Wilkes-Barre area, especially you're looking almost dead west too with this from our station camera. So we're seeing those dark clouds. You can even see the rain there in the distance, those rain curtains right there, and the rain shafts coming through. So Going to be some very loud here in Wilkes-Barre very shortly as this comes on through the area right now. And no, not going to give us a lightning bolt. I bet you it will here in 2 seconds because that's usually what happens. All right, let's move into where we were before. All right, let's continue with the tracking of these storms here as they come on through. Like I said, there's a lot of them. I know. We're going to get to them. All right, so this one here for the Wilkes-Barre area is 30 miles per hour. Look at the pop-up actually over the right one for you. So that's 30 miles per hour heading north. Try to outline this as best I can. All right. So that's for the storm that we just showed on the camera in the Wilkes-Barre area. So Pittston about 4:23, the rain, the heavy rain starting for you. Plains probably about another 10 minutes. The heavy rain, again, this is just heavy rain, or the heaviest of the rain I'm trying to grab here for you guys. Newton, if it was to hold together, it would start moving into your area around 4:40. Not quite sure why we got 2:43 there, because obviously that's wrong. But and then Glenburg 4:50. Again, give this about a 5 to 10 minute window here or there. But this is when you can expect the heavy rain to be moving in to your location. Again, if you're in the path of that storm. All right, there's that one. And then there's this one here in the Pottsville area. Starting to lighten up there in Pottsville. 81 from the Luzerne County line all the way down through Schuylkill County, and looks like that heavy rain is starting to lift north there too. So again, for anyone driving on 81 there, hopefully things will start to improve for you very quickly, if they're not already. Let's see, this one a little bit more to the northeast. Let's make sure we actually get that trajectory. Actually, looks like it's kind of north. So this one's still 30 miles per hour too. So I'm gonna try as best I can with these. Sometimes they're very weird, obviously, to draw. All right, so that's for the storm that's now in Schuylkill County that's moving out of the Pottsville area and Tamaqua area. So you can see Hazleton, you're going to get another round of heavy rain. And this is why we have that marginal risk for some flash flooding, because if we get training or the storms over the same areas here, heavy rain, it could lead to some isolated flash flooding. Bloomsburg, you're going to be getting clipped with this one, it looks like, as it continues to move through. For you, probably around 4:30. Berwick, same thing. Hazleton, a bit earlier, around 4:20. And Briar Creek, it looks like a little bit after that. They just expired the severe thunderstorm warning for Wayne County. So the Wayne County severe thunderstorm warning has been dropped. They just did that here a few seconds ago. And let's see, they're continuing the severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like that includes parts of Schuylkill County. They just updated it. Okay, so that's all they did. They just cropped out the back edge of it there. But heavy rain still coming through. If you're driving on 209 from basically, let's say, the 81-209 connection right here in Schuylkill County towards Porter, you're going to be getting some real heavy rain coming through. So just be careful if you're driving in that area. Higgins, you're about to get some more heavy rain. You might be getting a bit of a break right now, but you're going to see that more heavy rain coming through here. Pine Grove looks like that heaviest of the rain, at least downtown for you, should just miss you. It looks like just to your west. All right, and did we get all of them? I think we did. Oh, no, this one. All right, so we have now this severe thunderstorm warning here too. This is for Columbia, Lycoming, and Sullivan. It includes LaPorte. LaPorte obviously getting the heavy rain right now. You can see that coming through there. Davidson, Jordan area, heading towards the Cherry region. So let's get this one for everybody. We'll track this. 40 miles per hour. So you can see they're all kind of different speeds too. So it's not, it just depends on your location. So that's why I'm doing the tracks, because they're not all the same. All right, there's the one that's heading towards LaPorte. So Overton, Cherry, Jameson City, actually, because even though you're not seeing the rain right now, it's still heading north for you. New Albany,
South Branch, Kellogg, you here look at the times for you as this comes on through and starts to itch its way up. So still got a lot of those storms, guys, coming on through, and also the heavy rain here within. Thanks for staying with us for some of this on this Facebook Live. And again, if you have any questions or comments, just put them in. Ryan, hello. Hope you're doing well. Sandy saying it was pouring and constant thunder without a break. Ooh, put that back up. At Mountaintop. Very strange. Yeah, it was coming through here. Still pouring actually in the Mountaintop, and even in Wilkes-Barre right now. It looks like downtown Wilkes-Barre about getting that heavy rain as it comes on through. And check out the lightning with this storm. I mean, that's a lot of lightning in a very small area. So they're very electrified storms. Oops, I didn't realize you guys didn't have a. There we go. Now you can see what I'm talking about. A lot of lightning with these storms coming through. So they're very electrified. Remember, when you hear thunder, you want to go inside. And it's back in Lehman, Cheryl is saying. So you get the idea that there's just a couple storms coming right through. And Cheryl, your area will be one place we have to watch for potentially maybe some flooding issues in those poor drainage areas, because you're getting storm after storm after storm, and it's pouring. I mean, I don't even have to look outside to tell you it's pouring because of the radar imaging here. So very heavy rain moving through. We'll get this to look up one more time with it. If it decides to cooperate some, there we go. Wow, look at that rain shaft coming through right there. So you can see that heavy rain starting to move through the area right now. This is just outside overlooking Plains Township. So you're actually just a little north of Wilkes-Barre, looking straight towards Mohegan Sun Casino. That's actually what you're seeing here in the background. So for those of you who know where Mohegan Sun Casino is, you're looking directly west of that right now over the mountains. So you can just see how dark it is. I mean, it's getting very, very dark out there. And you heavy rain as well. So we're continuing to see this come through the area. It will continue throughout the evening. Like I said, we're still seeing those severe thunderstorm warnings continuing here. But if you are wondering about tomorrow night, because I know some people are like, okay, that's today. What about tomorrow? We're going to have more storms here. So here's a look at the risk for tomorrow night now. Oh, and Cheryl, by the way, saying that they're having hail there in Lehman as well now, too. So we're not just done with this today. We have another round of showers and storms tomorrow. This time, it looks like the risk, though, is a little bit farther to the east. And we're going to be seeing pretty much the same thing as today. So there'll be another round of showers and storms there, too. Let's also look at the future track here for you. Let me find it real quick. All right, so we get storms today. They're going to continue here this evening, like I said. And then, all right, there is tomorrow morning. And now we look at tomorrow afternoon. You can see, again, very similar to today, very quiet. And then all of a sudden, boom, they explode. They continue 3 o'clock. We're going to start seeing these scattered showers and storms. And then as we go into the 6:30, 7 o'clock time frame, we will have rain in the area. So just keep that in mind for Friday night football. It does look like we're going to be seeing some rain in the area, especially in the Poconos tomorrow. Central Pennsylvania will be a little more scattered, which is why you saw that risk kind of shift a little bit there too. Ooh, I just heard thunder outside. So we're getting it here. And let's see what our trusty camera wants to show us. Here, now that I'm hearing lightning or thunder, maybe we'll actually get some lightning to show up. But you can even see how heavy that rain is, kind of just dropping that visibility there too. This is interesting. Even though it's windy with the storm, see how it's the flag's not flowing, so the calm before the storm. That's because you got the air going into the storm, so it's sucking in that warm air, which is how it maintains itself, and then you kind of get that calm before the storm effect here. But we'll see if that flag all of a sudden starts waving. That might be an outflow from the storm. So when the rain comes down to the ground, it also carries cold air, or cooler air, I should say. Air can't go through rocks, so it spreads out. It's the same thing as if you pour water in a bathtub. And the edge of that water in the bathtub is the wind. So that's what you see. You can see that wind now starting to pick up a little bit. So maybe a little bit of outflow from those storms starting to move in. So if you ever got that very sudden breeze before you get a storm, that's what you're feeling the outflow from it. So, and that's actually kind of cool that actually worked. Sometimes these cameras are very good. Oh, there's some lightning there in the background. On the left side of the screen, we saw it coming through. So just be careful. Again, if you're driving, just make sure you're being careful as those storms begin to roll through here. But oh, it's starting to rain here at the station now too. All right, here's a look at the hail once again, because Cheryl, you said you're getting hail too. So looks like you might even be getting some of that bigger hail coming through the area right now. Some of those blues showing up. So maybe getting closer to nickel size and maybe even a quarter size hail. They're near Newport or along Highway 11 and Back Mountain, getting some of it. So yeah, pretty good storms coming through. Nanticoke getting some of that hail, and let's see what at least the computer says it is. It doesn't mean it's always going to be true. All right, so you're about 1 1/4, so that's definitely close to that's definitely over quarter size. So getting some, so if that's picking up on radar, probably it's closer to nickel or quarter size hail on the ground that you're actually seeing there right now in the Nanticoke area where it just came through. And if you have any pictures, be sure feel free to share them with us as well. You can do it on our website or just put them in the comments. I don't think I can show them on this platform though live. I don't think I can do that, but you know, if we post them, we can definitely share them tonight. So the hail going just outside to the west part of Wilkes-Barre right now, but we are getting that rain coming through Wilkes-Barre because I can hear it. Scranton, oh, do we have a bolt from the blue? Ah, okay. Perfect example right here. Right there. This is why we always say if you hear thunder or see lightning, even if you're not seeing the rain, go inside. This is why. All right, there's a lightning bolt that occurred. Now, it was high up in the clouds, most likely, but a lightning bolt that occurred away from the thunderstorm. You'll hear us call it the bolt from the blue. So let's actually take it from the storm. That was about roughly 10 miles from the heaviest of the rain, from the heavy rain. From that vantage point, let's see, about 7 miles due east. So you can see how, again, lightning, you don't need to be under the cloud. It can go across, it can go out. So there's a perfect example of one right there. So this is why we always say you hear thunder or see lightning, you need to go inside, or you see a storm approaching, don't wait. But a lot of lightning. Wow. Actually, let's see here. Let me see if I can query this. So we'll go up to there. Number of strikes, 138 strikes within the last half hour. All right, in the last half hour with this storm system as it's coming through the Wilkes-Barre, Back Mountain, and Dallas area. So a lot of lightning, obviously, with these storms. And by the way, the positive strikes are the ones that are the very loud ones. So that is the very loud strikes that you tend to hear with them. But they're obviously very, very electrified storms coming through our area right now. All right. Now, as we look at what we got going off to the west, still a lot of lightning there too. Even in the Chickasha and Fairmont area, we're seeing a lot of lightning with that one. And let's see if I can query that again. So I'll do it from basically the same point. So I'm not including anything from the last one. But even there, 120 strikes. So a lot of lightning with these storms as they come on through, my friends. Make sure you are staying inside and not really doing anything outdoors as it's coming through. And as Aaron says, when thunder roars, goes indoors. Aaron, you have no idea how much that warms my heart that you say that, because we say it all the time, and we wonder if how many times if it gets through or not. So they just issued another severe thunderstorm warning. So we'll let that load. Sorry, I have a little bit of allergies happening. So that'll load up here, and that one looks like it was Lackawanna County. Lackawanna, Luzerne, and Wyoming. Okay, so this is a continuation of the severe thunderstorm warning that was over Back Mountain. And so this is Northmoreland, South Abington area. Same thing, 60-mile-per-hour winds, 1-inch hail. So that is quarter-size hail that is continuing. Does not include Scranton. So Scranton, you're actually not in the severe thunderstorm warning. It's just outside to your west. But let's see. I think it just misses Clark Summit. Dunmore, you're out of it. Does it just miss Clark Summit? Looks like it does. So pretty much right along the river, it looks like. Or right along on the northeast extension, I mean, is where that line is. As that comes on through. So a lot of lightning with these. I mean, it's gonna be very loud as these come on through. And heavy rain as well. I'm surprised we haven't seen anything with all this rain. Surprised they haven't said anything about the rainfall yet. Because if this goes over the same area, there's definitely a chance that you can start getting ponding on the roadways. And when we look at the precipitation rates here, sometimes these can be a little inflated. I will flat out say it right now. Sometimes these are very inflated by the computer. But if we check out rainfall rates here, they're at about 1 inch an hour, which actually that's probably about right here. But sometimes you'll see weird numbers where it's like 10 inches an hour. I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. But this 2 to 3 inches, not out of the question. Now, that's not all out 1 hour, hopefully, unless it sits over you. But you get the idea. These heavy rain coming on through. Wilkes-Barre, it looks like for you, you're about 1 inch to 1.5 inches in terms of rainfall rate. So that's how fast it's coming down. Dallas area, maybe even a little less here, but you get the idea, my friends. Heavy rain moving through Luzerne and heading into Wyoming County. Starting to move out of Columbia County there near Waller. It looks like Berwick, heads up, you got some more rain down here. You can see it there, Schuylkill County. So you're getting a break, maybe in Bloomsburg and areas like Berwick here soon, but then you're going to get another round as it comes on through. So let's see, did they? Liverpool. That is, I think that's us. Here's a look at what we got with the storm reports, by the way, so far. So see if they added anything. They did. There's a hail report there near Stroudsburg. So let's check that one out. Let's see what that one came in as. So actually it was in Jersey, but it looks like 1.3 inch hail, $half size hail there just outside of Stroudsburg as you cross the river. So we are seeing the heavy rain, we're seeing the wind, and we are seeing the hail. See, there's that wind power lines down there in Wayne County, hail there in Hazleton, Pottsville area. It looks like you got a little bit of wind damage too. Multiple trees down, wires down in Minersville. So these storms are doing damage, unfortunately. So please be careful with them as they come on through. Is that one? No, that's not one. Okay, that's the one that was near Danville. Oh, no, this Mayberry. Okay, so Northumberland County, Spires reporting a large amount of trees and debris along State Route 54. So be careful out there. And then we're not seeing any more in Snyder and Union County. Clayton County looks all right. We are seeing the storm reports, though, in Watson, or just outside Watson, I should say, in Lycoming County, Route 44, the trees down. Williamsport, trees down, it looks like. And then they just issued another one? No, they didn't. Well, they did, but it's not us. Okay. And then same thing, that tree down on a car in Porter Township on Jersey Shore there. So that's what that one was. So unfortunately, my friends, like I said, we are seeing damage with these storms as they come on through. So please be careful here over the next several hours as they continue. But that heavy rain now, Fairmont, Shikshimi, sorry, mispronounced that. Back Mountain, Wilkes-Barre. Wow, that is a lot of lightning coming through. Harvey's Lake, just outside Harvey's Lake. Factoryville, heads up, this is heading your way. This is heading up towards you. Overfield, you need to be going inside if not yet, because it's on your doorstep. Factoryville, same thing. South Abington, This is getting close to you too. So, Scranton, you might miss out on the heavy rain. Actually, it looks like it's going to just miss you to the west. I mean, just miss you to the west. We got the rain there, Bear Creek, but it's kind of light at the moment. Whitehaven, some light rain there too. But if you're on 476, once you get into the Wilkes-Barre area in Scranton, then you're going to start seeing those clouds and you're going to start seeing the rain coming on through. I can really hear it now too outside. So let's check out what we got on the camera. Here at 2, and we've been going for almost an hour here. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. But yeah, you can see that rain coming down and stuff. I haven't seen, so I'm going to pull up this screen you're about to see here. Is what we call NWS chat. So this is how we actually communicate with the National Weather Service. Let's pull it back up. Let's see if they say anything here. Sometimes you see comments from other people, other emergency managers, other media stations. We're all connected on this platform. This is how we communicate with the Weather Service. So when you send us reports, it goes here, and that's how they know. That's how they know what's going on. So let's see if there's anything going on. Let's see. Thunderstorms continue to develop and slowly move to the north-northeast. Most of the current storms are showing hail as the primary threat with gusty winds secondary. But we are expecting the wind threat to pick up as the afternoon progresses and more shear, which is the turning of wind with height and speed, changing of wind speed with height as well, works into the area from the southwest. If you have any severe reports, please send them in. We are not hearing a lot of weather reports on the scanners. Thanks. All right, so that's from the National Weather Service, guys. If you are seeing reports, please let us know, and then we can pass it to them. You can also submit it on their website, which is weather.gov. If you just type in your zip code, you'll see a little thing that asks for your location. Just type in your zip code. It'll take you to the Weather Service office that's free for you, and then you can submit reports there as well. Let's see. They just got new, but that's in Perry. Okay, let's see if anything else popped up here. Nope, just them issuing things. All right, so that was Binghamton. That's the primary office, but I doubt we're going to see much here from Mount Holly because, like I said, Carbon and Monroe County has been pretty good. There's that hail report that we saw. And State College office has also been busy. Let's see if they have anything else to say. But you can see, like right now, it's hail that they're watching with, but they do expect that wind threat to pick up here over the next several hours. As these storms continue to go through. Not necessarily going to be, a huge deal, but like I said, you can see that all other media stations are on here. There's the ABC 27 in Harrisburg. Ham radio operators communicate with us on here, so that is what you're seeing. It looks like that's mostly out of our area. Okay, so that's mainly out of our area, but we got this coming through right now. We'll put this back up. But see if there's any other warnings real quick. And if not, we'll shut this down. If anything changes, guys, I'll come back on. But now we're just kind of going back in circles. So, as I said, we just got that rain that's coming through. Right now it's the hail threat, and soon there'll be the wind. Also being wind threat, we are seeing wind damage coming through. So, Honesdale finally getting a little bit of a break there in Wayne County, Pike County, you've been basically untouched. Susquehanna County, one cell there popping up to near Silver Lake, just outside New Milford to the northwest. Bradford County, you are getting the showers and the storms, but nothing severe, at least right now. But you do have a severe thunderstorm warning to your south there in Sullivan County. That goes to 445. That includes LaPorte. The heaviest of the rain is actually to the east of LaPorte. Fairmount and Wyoming County. Wyoming County right now is getting drenched. Or I'm sorry, western Luzerne County is getting drenched. But this is moving into Wyoming. This is going to move into Wyoming County. Back Mountain. There, like I said, if you're traveling on basically 309 all the way out, or not 309, if you're traveling all the way out towards Fairmount and into the Port area from Luzerne County, it's obviously there's heavy rain coming through. So be careful, please. Severe thunderstorm warning for Wilkes-Barre, Dallas, Nanticoke area, Mountaintop, Back Mountain. That goes till 4:45 area. Berwick getting the heavy rain for right now, coming right through you. Hazleton, they're about to get, looks like they're starting to move out a little bit there with the rain. Shenandoah getting some heavy rain. Pottsville, another round of heavy rain coming through. Pottsville West, certain areas of Pottsville. Again, if you're on 81 in Susko County, it's pretty much not fun, especially from Luzerne County line down to, well, pretty much the entire way. I mean, by the time we get back here, this is going to move up. So all the way through and even down to Harrisburg. So please just be careful on 81 if you are driving. Union and Wayne County, or Union and Snyder County, excuse me, is just seeing some moderate rain. Cole getting some heavy rain, it looks like, for you, but otherwise you're pretty good. It looks like Northumberland County, Montour County, pretty good. Lycoming County, you've got some light to moderate rain, but looking pretty good here too. And same thing with Clinton County. So guys, it looks like the heaviest of the rain is now starting to move into eastern Pennsylvania. You'll still see some storms, I think, in central Pennsylvania, but it's just the fact that eastern Pennsylvania is going to be dealing with mainly this heavy rain here as it comes on through right now. And I haven't seen, like I said, I haven't seen anything with the flooding. Right, so hopefully it stays that way. There's an estimation on the rain totals. So this is just an estimate on radar. Sometimes this is not, it's not measured. It's an estimate. So we'll see. But let's see, Wayne County, if it wants to pop up. Doesn't want to work. Okay. Well, I guess we're not going to do that then. But you can see it looks like around an inch to maybe even getting close to 3 inches in some spots here. Again, this is an estimate, but you can see there is that heavy rain. At least radar estimate-wise, looks like maybe even a part of Clinton County, and they're out by Lock Haven, maybe getting closer to 4, maybe 5 inches of rain. So some heavy rain that came on through, still coming on through as these storms progress. And then here's a look at the hail. Again, still seeing some pockets of that blue. Wherever you see that blue is basically quarter-size hail. So Cole, outside Bloomsburg, there in Columbia County, Back Mountain area, as these storms continue moving to the north. And here's a last look at local storm reports. Let's see if we got anything new. It doesn't look like it. Yeah. All right, guys. That's pretty much all I got for you right now, unless there's anyone else has anything. Here, I think we went through all the comments. So that is pretty much all I have for you right now. So these storms will continue, like I said, for the next couple of hours. They are the wind and hail threat with it. Right now, it seems mainly hail. Troy, of course, thank you guys for joining us for almost an hour. Some of you have been on here for almost an hour. So thank you for joining us. And like I said, if anything else materializes, we'll jump back on. We'll let you know. But right now, the heavy rain continuing for the next several hours, and then it will start to taper off as the sun goes down. Tomorrow, another round of showers and storms. That one, though, will be mainly in eastern PA. In fact, it looks like they just issued, of course, this is how it always works. They just issued a storm report for Luzerne County and Nanticoke. So there's that one. Trees and power lines down in Nanticoke. So please be careful, guys. The are seeing the gusty winds with this as it comes on through right now, parts of the area. So we're still seeing that wind damage in some locations. Like I said, though, if anything changes or anything gets really crazy, we'll let you know. And please, if you can safely, send us your photos, videos. We'd like to share it. And like I said, it helps us because I can pass it to the weather service so they actually know what's going on, and we can better issue the warnings for you guys. So with that, thanks guys for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. And hopefully the next time we are talking together, it will be better weather, and it will also be tonight at 10. We'll see you then.